Hi guys and welcome to Dandy Fashion. In this video I'll teach you how to cut this beautiful bubu stylish design. So I have a lot of requests to make this design and here we are guys. You have to watch this to the end so that you can understand it. So here I have my fabric on fold. I've already cut out my bubu pattern. This is the sleeve side and the shape. Then you won't cut out this neck. I have extra fabric for the other pattern I'm going to use for the neck facing. So what we are going to do is that from this neck side, we are going to mark our regular inch we are using. This I'm using it for a small size. Probably you are using the width of 4 inches. So for this one, I'll be using the width of 3 inches for the neck. So what you should do is just to mark it because we have both the front and back together. Then you notch it. So this is the front place. I am going to take this out and cut out the back. You come down by 1 inch to cut out the neck. So after cutting this is what we have as our regular bubu, which we all know that. So after doing this, you take this to one side and you bring the front pattern. You could see the notching of the front here. Don't cut the neck, please don't cut the neck. Once you cut the neck, you already spoil the style. So after doing this, what you should do is to open it. So what we are going to do here is from this neck notching here, you determine the depth of your neck according to the style that you can see. So what you are going to do is to mark the depth of your neck. You can use 11 inches, but this is a small size. I am using 8 inches. You mark out the 8 inches like this. Then from this notching here for the neck, you can see this is from the neck notching. From here, you are going to create your curve here. The regular neck depth that we usually use 4 or 3.5. So here I'm using 3.5 inches because it's a small size. Then you create your curve like this. You make sure you are flexible to this point here. Then you mark it straight down because we are going to sew our bias on this. As you can see the shape. So after doing this, let me bring this closer to the camera. So after doing this, what we are going to do is to cut this place out. Then you stop in this notching here. You take this, then it comes this way. Can you see that? So once it comes this way, you know you are using a crepe and a crepe has 2 sides. That's 2 faces. So this other face will be the outside one. And you can see that I've marked this place straight down. You can see this is the sleeve. So what we are now going to do now is to shape the sleeve. So this opening here is going to come out 1 inch away from the actual notching, or 1.5 inch, because if you look at the picture, you are going to see an opening somewhere here. You are going to see an opening. So once you come out from this notching, the neck notching by 1 inch, what you have to do is what? To notch it. Then you shape your design here to your regular pattern, to how it looks like. Then you come this way. Then you give this one to a sharp edge here. So this is how this place will look like. So after this, the next thing we need is you shift this aside. Then you take your back pattern to cut out the front. Remember the length of what we have here for this depth. We used 8 inches from here to here. So you'll be needing another fabric that will be more than this length. That means if we have here to here as 8 inches, you need another fabric that will be the length of like 9.5, 9.5 or 10 inches. So the length of this one I have here is 9 inches. So this is very good and perfect for what you need. Then you fold this fabric, you fold this into two, then you place your back pattern on it. So yeah, I've cut out the neck for this so that I'm going to get the width for this front. Then for this material will serve as our neck pattern for the front. Then here you come down by 3 inches for the neck of what you want. But I'm using 2.5 here because this is a small pattern. And you can use 3.5 or 4 inches. Then you create your curve like so. Then you do what you cut this out. The length um of this slit, you slit it. After slitting this place is where you now need to calculate. You bring the front pattern. So as you can see now, I now have my front bubu and the yoke. So you measure the notching here. You know this is the new opening for the front. What you have here, so this notching, I have 7 here. So I will add 1 inch to it, which will give us 8 inches. So that means what we have here, everything will be 8 inches with the allowance here. So that 8 inches, you are going to divide it by 2, which will give you 4. From this beginning here to here, I add half to it, or you add 1 to it rather to make it 5. Then I'll mark 5 straight down. Then you cut. So you make sure you have this in a 2-piece. You cut another one again for this, and you have a 2-piece. Do you understand? So after doing this, I open this up and this is what I have. Then you place this on it. Make sure the shoulders are equal. Yeah. And this on the new notching that we have created. On the new notching that we have created. So the next thing we are going to do here is that there's an opening here for this material to show, which is about 3 to 4 inches on the shoulder line. So for this one, because I'm dealing with a small one, I'm going to use 1.5. So this place, you make sure you have like extra 5 inches on the shoulder here so that you sew on it. So from here, I create the curve again. I recreate my curve to make it more nice. Then from here, this line, you mark here. After marking this line, from here you come in by 1 inch, but because this is small, I'm coming in by just 1/4 inch because I'm still going to sew here. Then this length, you notice there is an opening on the shoulder here. The opening is about 5 inches, but here I'll use 3 inches. Then you mark 3. You mark 3 here. So after marking the 3, what you do is that you open this, then you do it this way, straight, then you mark it out because this place is covered. Cutting this out, that means this is what we have left. Be patient, it's very easy. It's very easy. So this one that we mark out, you are going to cut out the shape. This is what we have here. Then this our opening, you will notch here because we are going right to the sewing machine to sew this. After cutting this, you can see we have extra 1 inch for lapping because we are going to sew on this. So what we are going to do now is to go to our sewing machine, then we sew the neck this way. Then we also sew from here to this place. You stop to this notching point. Then I'll show you what it looks like. So guys, after sewing, this is what it looks like. As you can see, so we are going to turn this and iron it. We need our bias tape. As you can see, I'm using a black bias tape here. Remember, this is the front. Everything you are doing, we are doing it on the front. That means on the right side of the fabric. is what we did. So use a chalk that you know you can dust. Don't forget I said that earlier. So what we are going to do now is to start our taping from this side. We are going to open it up like this. Then we tape this way. You sew on this tiny line straight down to this notching point. The new notching, not the previous neck notching, the new notching. So right here, you are going to put your bias like this. So watch this video carefully and make sure you stop at this notching. Yeah, this notching, then you turn over like so. If you have any excess material here, just make sure you trim it off, just to make sure that the bias tape is okay. Like you can see, I'm trimming that place off. Then you have to be patient with this. As you can see, this video is in a speed, so you don't be in a rush. Just have to be patient with it. And once you get to this edge, do your due diligence to make sure you tuck that place in. And this side will give you a kind of one plate. Make it neat, then you turn over. So guys, just be as gently as this. Make it gently. Then this is how it looks like. Remember, this is the front that I marked. So you want to tape this side to the way we did the other side. What you just do is you put your bias on the wrong side of the fabric under it, then you sew like this straight down. I'm trying to show you this so that you won't be confused while sewing it. So once you get to this notching point, you are going to reverse there and you stop. So once you stop here, you are going to give it a notch so that you can turn it over. So you just give it a kind of small notch here. But because you don't want the notching to be showing once you turn, just tuck that place in like I am showing you in the video. Then you just do what? You just reverse a little bit. This stage is very, very, very important for you to watch very well and understand, so that you don't have any issue while you are sewing yours. So this is just it. Once you have done that, you have qualified. So it's just for you to turn your bias and just bind it like this. So once you get to this corner, you realize there's a line here that we drew earlier. So you're just going to turn your bias straight down. Then you continue sewing like this and make sure you sew gently and neatly. Then you conceal the other side of the bias as well, just to tape it down. So guys, after ironing, this is what it should look like. As you can see, this is turned over already, and this is what our bias taping looks like at the right side, and this is the wrong side once you turn it. So this is still flipping over, as you can see. So what we are going to do now is we are going to place it like this so that we can pin it. So don't forget, earlier we had 1 inch allowance here to tape this, and once you have already make it to be on the center like this, there is a space here for an opening here. Once you are pinning, there's a space here, and you make sure you align everything to be at the center here. Then what you do is to pin. This side, this sewing here, this one here, we are going to pin on this from this side under, because we are sewing it from here. So after doing that, what you just do is to take your black thread and tape the black bias we sew on it to this point. Then you flip it over to this side, then you sew on this line straight down and flip it back. So the back of the neck, I have taped it. What you do is to join the shoulder by half inch and you leave an opening in that joining side. So guys, after turning to the front, this is how it should look like, and the sewing right here, you can see that. So that is how I did it, and you leave an opening here right the shoulder. And don't forget, you are going to turn it over to the wrong side of the fabric so that you trim off these excesses and leave about just 1 inch alone, so that by the time you finish trimming it, you are going to weave that edge of it to make it look neat. So guys, I hope you find this video helpful. Kindly like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Bye. See you in my next video.